Welcome to My Lines, brought to you by Colin Boynton. For this latest episode of my poetry podcasts, the place where I share my world of words, the pieces I have chosen all have a similar kind of theme and have come about having seen old photographs. The first one I wrote after seeing old photographs of an area close by which no longer exists after being flooded when a dam was built to create a reservoir. This piece is called Don't Wait Until It Is Too Late. I've seen the faded photographs of how things used to be, the old house that once used to stand, gardens and a tree. Who walked those paths and crossed those roads all those years ago? Who strolled those lanes beneath those trees? Does anybody know? Do voices echo through the years of people now long gone? The ghostly shadows all around, to what do they belong? Has anybody memories or stories that they know of how life really used to be all those years ago? Those pictures cannot tell me the lives those people led. Too late to ask the questions, too many are now dead. Ask the questions, save the tales, before it is too late. History cannot tell itself, and time will just not wait. My next piece this week was once again written after looking at some old photographs of when I was much younger, and I began to reminisce about things we used to do as children. This one is called Take a Trip. I took a trip to Memory Lane. It isn't very far. You can't get there by walking. You can't get there by car. The lane is open any day and open every night. It isn't often busy, with no one else in sight. You can go there on your own or take along a friend. You cannot buy mementos. There are no cards to send. It's sometimes in a photograph or sometimes in the mind, or something that somebody said. It's anywhere you'll find. Spend a minute or an hour, even spend the day. However long you want to take, you do it anyway. Enjoy your trip down memory lane and wander in your mind to things you knew so long ago, things you left behind. Once again, it was looking at old black and white photographs which inspired me to write this next piece called History Lesson. If history's told in photographs, I wonder what's the tale. All of them in black and white, some of them quite pale. People who do not have names and places I don't know. Some pictures bent on corners with creases that just grow. There's no one left that I can ask, and soon there'll be just me. Those faces now forgotten, becoming history. Will anybody wonder? Will anybody care? When I am part of history, to everyone out there. The next piece was not inspired by a photograph, but by something I actually saw. I did take a picture of it, and when I returned back to where I was staying at the time, wrote this next piece, which is called Going, Almost Gone. A broken down shed with a broken down door. The window long gone, and there's mud for a floor. The shed long forgotten, surrounded by tree, and just a few posts where a fence used to be. The roof has collapsed and lays all about. No one comes here now, the lights are all out. The undergrowth growing and blocking the way, and no one's been here for many long day. A shed that was once used by farmer and wife slowly falls down at the end of its life. I wrote my final piece this week after seeing the picture of a house I used to know of. It is now empty and deserted, and goodness knows what is within its walls. But it did make me think of things I have seen where people have gone round old deserted houses doing videos and showing them on a particular social media platform. This is simply called empty. Someone left the light on and didn't close the doors. They didn't close the windows, now there's dust upon the floors. Someone left a footprint and a handprint on the wall. No one cleaned the dirt up as it began to fall. Left alone and empty, there's nothing left inside. Empty rooms around the house with nowhere you can hide. The paint has started peeling, the pipes have sprung a leak. With water running down the wall, the building looks quite weak. It stood its ground for many years, things have come and gone. The people who once lived here have died off one by one. And now there's no one left to care, with no one to come around. I guess it won't take very long to fall down to the ground. Just a pile of rubble is all that there will be, surrounded by the undergrowth and the great old tree. No sound of happy laughter as people come and go. The old house now stands empty, with nothing left to show. Will it be a memory, standing proud and tall, or will it be forgotten by everyone and all? If any of you would like to contact me about my words and leave me comments, I would certainly like to hear from you. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed my choice for this week's episode. The books I've written are available either from myself or direct from my publishers. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me once again next time for another episode of My Lines.